A new sport in this corner of Belgium, where football used to be the main game in town. Far away in Afghanistan, cricket is a national pastime. And for these young men, practicing their skills is a reminder of home. These Afghans are unaccompanied minors. El Mehdi looks after 64 of them at this welcome centre.
We've noticed there's been a big influx of asylum seekers over the past 2 years, and the proportion of unaccompanied minors is huge. We've never seen this before. It's much bigger than the crisis of 2015, and the authorities weren't ready for it.
As a result, some unaccompanied minors have not yet been assigned the legal guardian that Belgium requires for all administrative procedures. This 16-year-old Afghan arrived a month ago and is still waiting.
I need someone to help fill out my application for international protection, but I also need someone to talk to about the problems of daily life.
This 15-year-old from Chad has similar difficulties. After a traumatic journey, he's found himself without a guardian for a second time.
It's been a long wait. I've been like this without a guardian for 3 or 4 months. It's difficult for me because I came without my parents. And the guardian is like a parent here. They're there to help explain certain things.
Didier is a professional legal guardian. Today he's at the centre to prepare 4 minors for a hearing that forms a key part of the asylum process. Didier looks after 46 unaccompanied minors, 3/4 of whom are Afghans.
Before, when we were looking after young Afghans, we said great, because many of them were granted protection or refugee status. Paradoxically, since the Taliban returned to power in July and August, and the country became even less stable than before, Belgium seems to be saying that there's a new regime in place that brings stability. I don't know what kind. And that would mean that these young people are in less danger?
Amir Khan and Esmatullah have only been learning French for a few months, but it's enough to tell us why they left home.
For young people like me, Afghanistan is a problem because the Taliban are taking young people out of school.
I've also had problems with the Taliban. They came to my home, there was a big fight, and my brother, father, and sister died.
As someone with legal responsibility for the minors in his charge, Didier's job goes beyond asylum issues. Barely out of the centre, his phone rings. It's a landlord who rents a flat to one of the young people Didier's looking after. An administrative problem being Social Security hasn't paid the rent on time.
You've put him on notice. What can he do about it?
He doesn't know how to do much.
I'll ask his boss again to see if his pay slips have been issued.
Okay.
Have a good day, sir.
You too.
So here we have this distressed property owner who has maybe 20 studios that he lets out at an exorbitant price, sometimes in terrible condition. He's claiming he's going hungry because he hasn't collected the rent. And I have to go down on all fours and tell him it will arrive and that there's no need to panic.
Profiles like Didier's are hard to come by, but Belgium's Justice Ministry is promising to recruit more guardians to address the shortfall.
We often have citizens who apply to become legal guardians. The most important thing is to find candidates with good people skills and an interest in migration and the young people who immigrate.
Sometimes the ties that are formed are difficult to break. Saïd has just turned 18, but Didier still goes to see him.
Alors tu dois surtout pas avoir peur, Saïd, à ton prof de géographie, de lui dire « Monsieur, je ne comprends pas ce que vous voulez me dire là. Est-ce que c'est bien ça que vous demandez ?»
Didier says he's come to regard Saïd as he would his own son.
Today in his classes in French, he's doing better than some of the Belgians. From a legal point of view, my work is done when the minor reaches 18. But as guardians, we're working with humans. Suddenly leaving someone who's just turned 18, we rarely do that.
When a minor becomes an adult, legal guardians are no longer paid to help them. But the bonds built up guiding young, vulnerable people through a foreign system can last a long time.